Hey everyone, welcome back to Edu Expert, your smart learning hub. The ocean is a place of wonder, mystery, and endless life. Among the countless creatures that live beneath its surface, one animal has managed to capture the imagination of humans more than most: the bottlenose dolphin. As the gentle waves rise and fall, picture a dolphin leaping high into the air, its body arching gracefully before splashing back into the blue sea. This breathtaking moment has fascinated people for centuries, making dolphins a symbol of freedom, joy, and intelligence. The bottlenose dolphin, in particular, is the most famous of its kind, found all along the warm coastlines of the United States, from Florida's beaches to California's Pacific shores. Their playful nature and almost human-like smile have made them beloved not only by scientists but also by ordinary beachgoers and children who encounter them for the very first time. Imagine standing at the edge of a pier, the salty air brushing against your face. Suddenly, the water stirs and a dolphin's dorsal fin appears, cutting through the surface like a blade of silver. Moments later, it leaps into the air, as though it is performing just for you. For centuries, sailors considered this sight to be a good omen, believing dolphins were protectors of the sea who guided lost ships back to shore. Today, modern science tells us more about their behavior, but the magic remains the same. The bottlenose dolphin is instantly recognizable due to its rounded forehead, called the melon, and its distinctive bottle-shaped snout. Their average size ranges between 8 to 12 feet, and they can weigh up to 600 pounds, yet they move with such elegance that they appear almost weightless in the water. They are powerful swimmers, capable of speeds up to 20 miles per hour, and they often ride the bow waves created by boats, almost like surfers enjoying the thrill of the sea. This playful behavior has often led people to see them not just as animals but as companions of the ocean. But the introduction to dolphins is not just about their biology. It's also about the connection they form with humans. There are countless stories of dolphins saving swimmers, guiding fishermen, or simply appearing near coastal towns, as if they are curious about the people who live on land. Some even say dolphins can sense emotions. Their kind eyes and friendly gestures seem to suggest they understand more than we can imagine. This mystery, mixed with reality, is what makes dolphins so special. So, as we begin this journey into the world of bottlenose dolphins, imagine yourself diving into the deep blue sea, guided by these playful creatures. They are not just part of nature. They are storytellers of the ocean, guardians of the waves, and living proof that the sea is filled with intelligence, beauty, and wonder. This is not just science, it's a magical tale of the most beloved dolphin in the world. Long before modern science explained the mysteries of the ocean, dolphins were already legends. Ancient sailors, drifting across the vast and dangerous seas, often looked for signs of hope, and one of the greatest signs was the sudden appearance of dolphins swimming alongside their ships. To the Greeks and Romans, dolphins were not just animals. They were messengers of the gods, protectors of sailors, and symbols of good fortune. In Greek mythology, the dolphin was sacred to Apollo, the god of the sun and music, and also linked to Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea. One famous tale tells of the god Dionysus, who once transformed a group of pirates into dolphins as punishment, leaving behind the idea that dolphins carry the souls of transformed men. Roman culture, too, celebrated dolphins. Beautiful mosaics in villas and bathhouses across the Roman Empire depict dolphins leaping from the waves, forever immortalized in art. To them, dolphins were a sign of harmony between man and the ocean. Roman coins even carried dolphin symbols, showing their cultural importance. These stories weren't just superstition, they were born from real encounters. Dolphins, especially bottlenose dolphins, often swim near ships, attracted by the movement of water and sometimes by the fish stirred up by the vessels. To sailors, these encounters seemed magical, as if the dolphins deliberately chose to guide them. As history moved forward, explorers from the Middle Ages to the Age of Discovery continued to report sightings of dolphins. Unlike sea monsters that filled maps of the Old World, dolphins were seen as friendly companions, a stark contrast to the terrifying creatures drawn by cartographers. In fact, many explorers wrote about how dolphins danced around their ships, almost as if welcoming them into unknown waters. Fishermen, too, came to rely on dolphins, noticing that when dolphins were nearby, fish were also abundant. Science began to take a serious interest in dolphins during the 18th and 19th centuries. Naturalists described the bottlenose dolphin in detail, studying its unique anatomy and intelligence. Unlike whales, which were often hunted, dolphins sparked curiosity rather than fear. By the 20th century, dolphins had become stars of aquariums and marine shows, capturing the public's heart worldwide. Films, documentaries, and books painted them as playful, intelligent beings who could form real bonds with humans. Yet even with all this knowledge, the mystery remains. Why did ancient people believe dolphins carried spiritual powers? Perhaps it was their constant smile, their playful leaps, or their sudden appearance during moments of fear on the open sea. Imagine a weary sailor in 500 BC, lost in the Aegean waters, suddenly seeing a pod of dolphins rise from the waves, glistening under the sun. To him, it was not just a natural sight, it was salvation, a promise that land and safety were near. The history of the bottlenose dolphin is not just written in science books, it is carved in myths, mosaics, and memories. Even today, when we see a dolphin leap beside a boat, we feel the same joy that sailors felt thousands of years ago. They remain a timeless bridge between humans and the sea, forever etched in both legend and reality. At first glance, the bottlenose dolphin appears almost too perfect, as if nature sculpted it with both beauty and function in mind. Its body is streamlined like a silver bullet, built to glide effortlessly through the ocean's currents. Measuring between 8 to 12 feet in length and weighing anywhere from 300 to 600 pounds, the bottlenose dolphin is both powerful and elegant. Its smooth, rubbery skin glistens under sunlight, usually a shade of slate gray on top, fading to a lighter cream or white underneath, a form of natural camouflage that helps protect it from predators lurking below and above. The most recognizable feature, of course, is its snout. Unlike many other marine animals, the bottlenose dolphin has a long, bottle-shaped rostrum, giving it both its name and its iconic smile. This smile, though simply the shape of its mouth, has made dolphins seem approachable and almost human to those who see them. Just above the snout are a pair of dark, intelligent eyes, capable of seeing both above and below water, allowing dolphins to keep watch in two worlds at once. On top of the head lies the blowhole, a single opening that acts as the dolphin's nose. With each graceful leap out of the sea, it exhales with a quick burst, releasing a spray of mist that glimmers in the air before diving back down again. Its fins are masterpieces of design. The tall, curved dorsal fin on its back stabilizes it as it cuts through waves. The pectoral fins on either side act like arms, guiding and steering with astonishing precision. Then there is the fluke, the dolphin's tail, split into two powerful lobes that propel it forward with rhythmic beats. These movements allow bottlenose dolphins to reach speeds of up to 20 miles per hour, faster than many Olympic swimmers could ever dream of moving. Inside its mouth lies another secret of survival, anywhere from 80 to 100 sharp, conical teeth, perfect for gripping slippery fish. Unlike humans, dolphins do not chew their food, instead, they swallow fish whole, relying on speed and teamwork to catch prey rather than chewing it apart. But physical features alone don't capture the magic. To truly understand a dolphin's beauty, imagine standing on a sunny beach. Suddenly, a sleek gray shape leaps high into the air, twisting in a perfect arc before crashing back into the ocean with a sparkling splash. You notice the powerful curve of its dorsal fin, the sparkle in its eyes, and that unforgettable smile. For centuries, humans have felt this same wonder, describing dolphins not just as animals but as dancers of the sea. In essence, every part of the bottlenose dolphin's body tells a story of adaptation and grace. From the aerodynamic curve of its fins to the playful curve of its mouth, the dolphin is both an engineer's masterpiece and a poet's inspiration. Its features do more than ensure survival, they inspire awe in every human lucky enough to see one. The bottlenose dolphin may seem like a mysterious traveler of the ocean, but it actually has one of the widest and most fascinating distributions of any marine mammal. Unlike some creatures that only survive in one specific environment, bottlenose dolphins are masters of adaptation. They thrive in warm and temperate waters all around the globe, from the shallow turquoise coasts of Florida to the vast blue expanse of the open Atlantic. This ability to live in such varied environments has made them not only the most recognized dolphin species but also the most studied. In the United States, bottlenose dolphins are an everyday wonder along coastal waters. Imagine standing on a sunny Florida beach, the sound of waves crashing softly at your feet, when suddenly a pod of dolphins arcs gracefully out of the water just beyond the surf. These are the same dolphins that fishermen in the Gulf of Mexico see dancing near their boats, and that tourists spot along the coasts of California. The Gulf of Mexico, in particular, is one of their favorite habitats, offering warm shallow waters rich with fish. But bottlenose dolphins are not limited to America. They are seen in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, the Indian Ocean, and even parts of the Pacific. Some populations prefer shallow coastal bays and estuaries, where the waters are calmer and fish are plentiful. Others are offshore dolphins, living far out at sea, in the deeper, darker waters where only large ships and whales usually roam. These different groups often develop unique behaviors, almost like regional cultures, shaped by the environment they call home. The diversity of habitats also means dolphins play a role in the daily lives of many coastal communities. In Florida, eco-tours take visitors to watch wild dolphins leap beside boats. In the Mediterranean, fishermen tell old tales of dolphins guiding them toward schools of fish. In the Caribbean, divers and snorkelers are often surprised when dolphins suddenly appear beside them, curious and playful, as though welcoming them to their watery world. This wide distribution, however, also highlights their vulnerability. Coastal dolphins live closer to humans, which means they face threats from fishing nets, pollution, and boat traffic. Offshore dolphins, while farther away from human activity, face challenges of their own, such as changes in ocean temperatures and food availability. Yet despite these dangers, bottlenose dolphins remain remarkably resilient, continuing to thrive in both shallow lagoons and deep open seas. Picture this: a sailor hundreds of miles offshore, surrounded by endless waves, suddenly sees a dolphin leap beside his boat. At the same time, a child in Florida's shallow bay squeals with joy as a dolphin jumps in the distance. Two worlds, separated by vast miles of ocean, yet connected by the same species. That is the magic of the bottlenose dolphin, a creature that belongs not to one ocean or one coast, but to nearly every warm sea on Earth. Their distribution is not just geographic, it's a story of survival, adaptation, and connection with humankind across the globe. When it comes to feeding, the bottlenose dolphin transforms from a playful acrobat into a strategic hunter. Despite their friendly appearance and constant smile, dolphins are highly skilled predators with a fascinating set of techniques for catching their prey. Their diet mainly consists of fish, squid, and sometimes small crustaceans, depending on what their habitat provides. But what makes dolphins extraordinary is not just what they eat, but how they catch it. One of the most remarkable behaviors is their ability to hunt in groups. Imagine a pod of dolphins, 10, 20, sometimes even more, moving together like a well-trained team. When they find a school of fish, they circle around it, swimming faster and tighter until the fish are trapped in a living net. Then, one by one, the dolphins dart into the center, snatching fish with lightning speed. This teamwork demonstrates intelligence and communication on a level rarely seen in the animal kingdom. Another extraordinary technique is bubble net feeding. Picture a dolphin spiraling upward beneath a school of fish, releasing streams of bubbles from its blowhole. The rising bubbles form a curtain around the fish, confusing and trapping them in a tight ball. Once the fish are cornered, the dolphins strike. To an observer, it looks like underwater magic. Silver fish flashing in panic while gray dolphins dart gracefully through the cloud of bubbles. But dolphins are not always serious hunters. Sometimes, they display creativity that seems almost playful. In shallow waters, bottlenose dolphins use a method called strand feeding. They chase fish toward the shore with such precision that the fish leap onto the sand, and the dolphins themselves partially beach to snatch their meal before sliding back into the water. This risky yet clever strategy is unique to certain dolphin populations, showing how adaptable and inventive they are. There are even stories from fishermen across the world who describe dolphins cooperating with humans. In some coastal villages, dolphins herd fish toward waiting nets, and in return, they share in the catch. Such partnerships have been recorded for centuries, blurring the line between wild instinct and cross-species teamwork. Now imagine the scene through the eyes of the fish. Thousands of tiny silver bodies moving in chaos, the water around them swirling as giant shapes close in. Suddenly, streams of bubbles rise like a wall, and out of nowhere, sleek predators flash by with open jaws. To the fish, it must feel like a storm of shadows. To us, it is a glimpse into the intelligence of one of the ocean's most skilled hunters. Ultimately, the bottlenose dolphin's diet is not just about survival, it is a window into their brilliance. Every hunting technique, from teamwork to bubble traps, tells us that these creatures are not just surviving in the sea, but mastering it. Watching them feed is like witnessing a dance, choreographed perfectly by instinct, intelligence, and the rhythm of the ocean itself. When we talk about the most intelligent creatures on Earth, humans often come first to mind, followed perhaps by apes, elephants, or dogs. But hidden beneath the waves, another genius thrives, the bottlenose dolphin. Known for their playful behavior and curious eyes, dolphins are far more than entertainers of the sea. They are thinkers, problem solvers, and communicators whose intelligence rivals that of many land animals. Scientists have discovered that dolphins possess remarkably large and complex brains relative to their body size. Their neocortex, the part of the brain associated with reasoning, memory, and problem solving, is highly developed. This allows them not only to survive but also to innovate. They learn from one another, pass down hunting techniques across generations, and even display cultural variations, just like humans in different regions. For example, dolphins in one part of the world use sponges to protect their snouts while searching the seafloor for fish, a behavior taught from mother to calf. Communication is another window into their intelligence. Dolphins produce a wide variety of sounds, whistles, clicks, and even burst pulses. These sounds are not random, they carry meaning. Each dolphin develops a unique whistle, almost like a name, which allows other dolphins to identify and call out to them across great distances. Imagine swimming through the vast blue sea and suddenly hearing your name carried on the current. That's what life is like for a dolphin. Their clicks, meanwhile, act as sonar, bouncing off objects and returning as echoes, allowing them to see with sound in a method called echolocation. With this natural sonar, dolphins can detect the size, shape, and even the material of objects, whether it's a fish hiding in murky waters or a boat's hull above. But perhaps the most astonishing discovery is their self-awareness. In experiments, dolphins have been shown mirrors, and unlike most animals, they recognize themselves. They twirl, twist, and examine their own bodies, proving that they understand the concept of I. This level of self-recognition is rare and shared only by the most intelligent species, including humans. Beyond science, there are countless stories of dolphins showing emotional intelligence. Divers have reported dolphins protecting them from sharks, encircling them as if forming a shield. Others tell of dolphins guiding lost swimmers back toward the shore. Whether these actions come from instinct or empathy remains debated, but the effect is undeniable. Dolphins seem to care. Picture this. A diver hovers deep underwater, his oxygen tank running low. Out of the blue, a dolphin appears, circling him, nudging him upward. Was it coincidence, or a conscious decision to save a life? To the diver, it was a miracle, a display of compassion from an animal with a mind not so different from our own. The intelligence and communication of the bottlenose dolphin reveal a simple truth. They are not just creatures of the sea but active participants in its stories. Their voices echo through the water like music, carrying not only survival but emotion, identity, and connection. In their clicks and whistles, the ocean itself seems to speak.